Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing because subscribe because otherwise I will eat your biryani. I'm just kidding. Subhanallah, we talk about the coming of the Mahdi and end of time, the Jali Ajuz and Ma'ajuz, Qiyamah. So again, if you're new here, consider subscribing. We have been talking about this topic a lot in the past about the relationship between Turkey and Saudi Arabia. Now we know, a few days ago actually, I was watching a video of Erdogan. He was talking in the parliament of Turkey, and he was mentioning something very, very interesting. He actually mentioned a story. In that story, he said that a tyrant, he invaded a land, and the Muslims, he wanted to meet one of the scholars. So the scholar, this guy, he went to this tyrant and he asked them, why did you guys lose to us? So this Muslim scholar, he said, that is because we were not united. And then the Muslim scholar, he said that we will be united now and we will kick you out. So Erdogan said that the moral of the story is that as believers, as Muslims, we have to be united. Otherwise, we cannot accomplish anything. So when I heard that story from Erdogan, I was very surprised because he was telling the whole story in front of hundreds of people in the parliament. They're like big area. But dear brothers and sisters, one thing that I have understood from his lecture, his story, I should say, is that Erdogan, he is the man to unite all of us. Wallahi, I'm telling you, he doesn't want any division. He's not a man of looking for some kind of like dominance over the Muslim world. He is not someone like that, not at all. If there is one man who can unite the whole Muslim ummah right now is Erdogan. The problem was that Salman, MBS, he sent these people to Turkey. If you remember, the Jamal Khashoggi thing happened. After that, Erdogan became very upset because this is his country. How can you take someone's life in my country without my permission, without knowing anything about what was happening? So Erdogan was very, very upset, and rightly so, because this can be a indirect invasion of the country, violating the law. So anyways, subhanallah, Erdogan looks like he is going to be okay now, at least for now. He said, just forget about everything, and looks like Erdogan is the one who called this King Salman, and he talked to him about unity. Okay, he talked to him about unity. And this is exactly, dear my sisters, what we will be talking about today. As you can see the picture, even though this picture is old picture, but what happened is, I think a day or two ago, he called up King Salman, Erdogan, he called him, and they talking about the disputes, having a dialogue about their lingering disputes. And this is what exactly it says on Al Jazeera. It came on Al Jazeera. Remember, Al Jazeera, they prefer Erdogan. Okay, and they are not 100% biased. They do not praise Erdogan all the time. But Al Jazeera newspaper, they are okay. They are not, uncomfortable with Erdogan's story. However, Al Jazeera, they do not like Saudi kings. Okay, they do not like MBS. Obviously, because Al Jazeera belongs to who? Qatar. Turkish President Erdogan and Saudi King Salman discussed bilateral ties and agreed to resolve lingering disputes. So dear brothers and sisters, as believers, as we are inshallah going to be expecting and hoping the coming of the Mahdi and unity of the Muslims, this is where we really start. This meeting, this call from Erdogan is where we start. And inshallah, we hope and pray that we will be united, because wallahi, what is happening right now in France, what is happening around the Muslim world, in non-Muslim countries as well, it is horrible. Look at France, what they're doing. They're imposing Republican, quote-unquote, Republican values to the Muslims. They're tracking the Muslim kids where they go. Can you imagine? This is right out of the Nazi book. Wallahi, this is how Hitler did those things when he was trying to control the masses of the Jews. Exactly the same formula, exactly the same thing. Are we going to see an exodus of Muslims? Are the Muslims going to get out of the country and be kicked out? Are they going for exile? Wallahi, this situation for the Muslims in France is just very heartbreaking. So we need to be united, dear brothers and sisters. We need to be united. This is the best time. I mean, there cannot be any other time that is more appropriate for the Muslims to be united than this time. Why? Because we are facing a lot of challenges. Think about Palestine. This country is gone. Palestine is gone. It's completely wiped out. Syria is gone, and Yemen is gone. Every other country, you name it, most of the country, Muslims in India, they are all almost gone. They cannot even get a job these days because of discrimination, right? We have to be united if we have to survive, if we are going to be confronting this situation as Ummah, because if you go alone, if Turkey, Pakistan, they go alone, it will not be as effective as if we go all of us together. If Saudi Arabia, UAE, Turkey, Pakistan, Malaysia, you name it, all of these Muslim countries, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, Egypt, if we are all, united, wallahi, I'm telling you that nothing can break us. Muslims will be, inshallah, victorious. But we need unity for sure. Even though I talk about unity, but remember one thing. I was actually doing some study and research about the help of Allah Azza wa Jal. Okay, the believers, they do not win because of their unity. Yes, they help. Unity helps a lot. The numbers help a lot. Technology helps a lot. Money helps a lot. But remember, Muslims will be united only when they are obeying Allah Azza wa Jal. If you remember the story of Talut and Jalut, what happened? The army of Talut had 80,000. 76,000 drank from the river. 4,000 remained. And these 4,000 were tested again. And you know how many remained after 4,000? 314 people. So from 80,000 to 314 people. And they've marched. They were victorious over who? Jalut. So only 300 people. Subhanallah, little bit over 300 people. The point here is that when Allah Azza wa Jal, because these people said, Afrig alayna sabra, pour on us, cover us with sabr, with patience. They were people who were taqwa, who were righteous. So they said, Afrig alayna sabra, cover us with patience. So Allah Azza wa Jal has given them what? Victory. 300 people, 80,000. You do not need number. So unity, these things help, but at the end of the day, it is you and I who can make the Ummah victorious if you and I, dear brothers and sisters, are obedient to Allah Azza wa Jal. If Allah Azza wa Jal loves us, nothing can stop us. And now no number will matter. All the military equipment, artillery, whatever, worship, whatever they show us, whatever, doesn't matter. If you have taqwa, if you have unity, if you have strength, if you have all of this combined together, inshallah Allah will, and most importantly, if we are fearful of Allah, if we follow Allah, this is the number one importance. If we do that, then inshallah the ummah will be victorious again. So here is what happened. It says, but the tensions between two regional powers have intensified since obviously 2018. The case has sparked an international outcry and tarnished the global reputation of MBS, obviously. Erdogan has said the order to kill Jamal Khashoggi from the highest levels, it came from the highest level. So Erdogan was very, very convinced that this is a decision, this is an order, came from the highest level. So this is why Erdogan was furious, and he mentioned many other things about MBS. He even said, Saudi Arabia, you do not own Islam. Islam doesn't belong to you. It belongs to the Muslims. So he was very, very furious. But now looks like, dear brothers and sisters, we are having a leader. We have a role model in the form of Erdogan, inshallah, that if we follow him, inshallah, the Ummah will be united. I'm very, very hopeful. I'm very, very optimistic that this time they will be able to resolve their issues and be united, because just imagine if Turkey, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, we are all united. Imagine how nice it would be, right? How nice, how beautiful it would be, how beautiful it will look like. And imagine Allah Azza wa Jalla will be so happy with us. He'll be pleased with us just because we are united. Just the fact that we are united, we forgot all our shortcomings, all our disputes, our arguments, our ghila, our bad feelings for each other, ill feelings for each other. Just for because of that, inshallah, the Muslim Ummah will be victorious. As we see that Mike Pompeo, the U.S. Secretary, he's traveling around the world. He's creating division amongst the Muslim. He took away UAE, he took away Bahrain, and made them support this country, Israel, and then he took away Sudan. He is now trying to take other Muslim countries away from this unity, and this is what these kuffar they do. They go around and they try to sow a discord amongst the Muslim nation, amongst the Muslim countries, and we have to, dear my sisters, stand up as guard so that it doesn't happen. Again, if you're new to the channel, inshallah, consider subscribing, because we will talk about these topics on a regular basis from now on. Like this video if you did, share this video, leave a comment, and inshallah I'll see you soon again. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.